Let's open our hearts and minds to a message that has echoed through the ages, a message of hope, belonging, and divine love that transcends time and place. Imagine a city where every person is welcomed, where every heart finds a home, and where the foundation is not built on stone, but on the unshakable love of God. This is the vision that Psalm 87 paints for us, a vision of hope and belonging that reaches out to every corner of the world. Psalm 87 speaks of God's incredible love for his people and his city, Jerusalem. It tells us that God himself has chosen this city, not because of its walls or buildings, but because of the people who dwell within it, people who are cherished, remembered, and called by name. The psalm reminds us that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves, a story that began long before us and will continue long after. We are woven into a tapestry of faith, hope, and love that stretches across generations. It reminds us that we are not alone on this journey. We are part of a community, a family, united by God's love and purpose. No matter where we come from or what our story is, we belong. We are part of God's family, and He has a special place prepared for each of us, a place where we are known, valued, and loved beyond measure. This psalm is a song of praise, a celebration of God's faithfulness and the joy of being counted among His people. It invites us to lift our voices and our hearts in gratitude for the blessings we have received. It celebrates Zion, which is another name for Jerusalem, the city that stands as a symbol of God's promise and presence among us. But it's more than just a physical city with ancient stones and storied streets. Zion represents something deeper, a spiritual home, a place where heaven touches earth, and where God's love is made real in our lives. Zion represents God's presence, His love, and His eternal kingdom, a kingdom that welcomes all, that heals, restores, and brings hope to every heart that seeks Him. Let us remember that we are citizens of this kingdom, called to share its light and love with the world. Psalm 87 paints a vivid picture of Zion, the city chosen by God above all others. In the ancient world, cities were often seen as centers of power, culture, and faith, but Zion stands apart. It is not just another city among many, it is the place where God Himself has decided to dwell, making it unique and sacred. The psalmist describes Zion as the heart of God's affection, a city set apart for a divine purpose. The significance of Zion goes beyond its physical beauty or its impressive walls. It is the city where God has chosen to establish His presence and rule, making it a beacon of hope and faith for generations. People from all walks of life have journeyed to Zion, drawn by its spiritual importance and the promise of encountering the divine. The psalmist emphasizes that God loves the gates of Zion more than all the other places where Jacob's descendants have lived. These gates are not just entryways, they symbolize the welcoming of people into God's presence, a place where prayers are lifted and hearts are transformed. This deep love means that Zion is considered holy and special, set apart from every other city. It is a place where heaven and earth meet, where the sacred and the everyday come together in a powerful way. God has chosen Zion to be the center of His worship, the place where His blessings flow out to the world. Here, people gather to celebrate, to pray, and to experience the glory of God revealed in their midst, a reminder that Zion's story is one of divine love, purpose, and promise. Zion represents God's love for all people. Even though it was a physical city in the Old Testament, it points to a greater spiritual reality. It reminds us that God desires to bring people from all nations and backgrounds into His family. Just as God chose Zion to be His dwelling place, He chooses us to be His children. He loves us and wants us to be close to Him. Psalm 87 also contains a prophetic message. It says that people from all over the world will come to Zion. They will worship God together and experience His love and forgiveness. This prophecy is being fulfilled even today as people from every corner of the earth turn to Jesus Christ. God is breaking down the walls of division and creating a family from every tribe, tongue, and nation. Friends, this message should fill us with incredible hope and encouragement. In a world that often feels divided and uncertain, it's easy to wonder where we truly belong. But the good news is that God has prepared a place for each of us, a home where we are fully known, deeply loved, and always welcome. This promise isn't just for a select few. It's for everyone who seeks Him, no matter their background or story. No matter who we are or where we come from, we have a place in God's city. Imagine a community where every language, culture, and experience is celebrated, and where our differences make us stronger together. In God's city, there are no outsiders, only beloved members of His family, each with a unique purpose and a vital role to play. We are citizens of His kingdom, and He welcomes us with open arms. His invitation is always open, and His love knows no boundaries. When we step into His city, we find acceptance, belonging, and a sense of peace that the world cannot offer. We are not defined by our past or our mistakes, but by His grace and mercy. Let's live each day with the knowledge that we belong to Him, and that He has a wonderful plan for our lives. When we remember that our true home is with God, it changes how we see ourselves and others. We can face challenges with courage, knowing that we are never alone, and that our future is secure in His hands. We are part of something amazing, God's eternal family, united in His love. Let's celebrate this hope together, reaching out to others with kindness and compassion, and building a community that reflects the beauty of God's city. Our journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come.